Good morning, everybody. Hope you guys are all doing well today. Thanks for joining us. We're just about to have the CPI release and waiting for it to pop on using the True Algo system. As you guys pop in, let me know if you can hear me okay. Welcome, welcome, welcome. CPI is about to release in 2.5 minutes. Right now we're on the futures indexes. Can you guys all just let me know that you can hear me okay? Sweet, thank you guys so much. CPI is about to release in 2.5 minutes. So things that we're watching using our True Algo indicator. We've already had really nice rejections so far during the futures market during the London session. But as we're about to pop up, we still have a bearish scalp target. This is a True Algo thing. And right here, there currently is an 87% chance that this gets cleared. So we'll be looking for, at some point today, both US 30 and US SPY SPX folks getting down here to hit that to be cleared. And we'll be watching futures. I can see a lot of you guys are talking about gold. Gold is doing the opposite of selling right now as gold has pushed up really hard. This is our swing indicator, this yellow box here. Can turn right here, and you can see we've bought straight from our system twice now. And then this is our day box where we see daily reversals on the bearish side. Once you get a bearish candle confirmation close, we can look to push down further on gold. But this is the swing part of the system right here. We can see these bullish candle closes inside our box, or if you want to take the first bullish candle close above the box, and from there it's run over $14 on gold alone. And right here we're seeing the bots are starting to sell from the algorithm at our day box. And then once this candle closes, confirmation, which is in less than a minute, once the CPI news pops, that's where we can start to see this push down. But right now it has to close bearish. Right now it's bullish, so we don't fight the candle. When it hits the box, it has to reject from it. And right now we still have a little bit of time. Indexes, we'll be watching that because they'll bring the most volatility here in just a second. If we get above this box and close, that's where we'll be looking to push up higher. Same thing here for US 30. And then same thing for up here at the ES. There's the CPI. And then you can see right now, massive rejection from the boxes right here. See how it's into the box. And look, just like that, I told you guys, the news went straight for that CPI target. We had said it had an 87% chance, and at least you get to see it instantly on stream that it's cleared. You'll see this will go to a check mark here in just a second. So when we put those statistics on there, it doesn't matter if there's a news event, our stats are still there. You don't have to negate your stat idea because of that. And we're seeing continued follow through. Here comes the NQ scalp target about to be tapped live. It's right there is where that target is. Gold, as I'm flipping through assets, we're on gold right now. Massively reject from that daily level, and then you can see the drop. So this is one of those things, like if you're taking the news event, you don't want to go long when you're hitting into a daily reversal box using True Algo, and you can see the box absolutely drops it. You guys have seen our socials before about stuff like this. Pushes up and then goes back down, and now gold extending down there. The euro was perfect for you Forex traders, and right now it's all going exactly as planned. That's DXY if you're a Forex trader, and then here's the opposite side on the euro. You can see it comes up, taps our box, and then now seeing massive rejections down. And now the continuation. We've cleared that scalp target now on the NQ. That's 2 for 2. So you see the boxes just doing exactly what they're designed for. Using our system, we talked to you guys about how they're predictive, plus we have the high hit rate scalp rates or scalp targets. You'll see this one right here in the middle of your screen is about to disappear. The way we teach our members is when you get these scalp targets, you can see now that it has disappeared. It had an 85% chance on the NQ. They're all statistic derived from each individual asset. So now that that has been cleared, if we close below that scalp target, we'll look to continue lower from our system. But we talked to you guys about going from box to box. You can see we opened into that box, and now we've had nothing but a massive rejection. And now we are at the very bottom of the box on the ES for you futures folks, SPY, SPX. And we'll keep looking through those as we get closer and closer to the actual New York Open, since New York opens here in still an hour. But absolutely gorgeous to have all that CPI news just pop straight into our box right here. You can start counting the assets, like one that's on the ES. This is on the NQ, 3 for 3, because here is US 30, folks. Again, we teach with our system, you don't long into a box above, you don't short into a box below. And so when the news events popped, they're popping straight into bearish reversal boxes. Euro, that's 4 assets straight. And then just to show you how insane this volatility is, and you can see it happening live. You see how DXY, it already completed its move. Just showing you guys, if you're a Forex trader, here's DXY. There's the bullish reversal box area to push up. And then right here, as we show you in the socials, it's just, this is what happens when you can do it in a single candle. And you wouldn't short DXY down here, and you wouldn't long DXY up there. This is the area to look for shorts to push down, like so. And you can see it's already back down here. And then this is the area to push up, like so. So it lets you know in advance where you should be looking for your ideas and where you expect the reactions to occur. That's the whole point of our system. We expect where the reactions should occur. So you don't look to long the euro up here when this news event popped, because you're longing into 2 boxes stacked. We have a smaller box right here for our day traders, and then we have our swing box right here for our swing traders. And when I slide the boxes over, you can see how clean the price action is when it comes and hits. And then gold, look at where the wicks take us to the tick right here on the very bottom. This is the swing system. We just talked about this when we first jumped on stream with gold, where right here we already had a big bullish move from our swing yesterday or last night into the new sessions. And then right here, gold to the tick is hitting our big swing box, and it's still holding that bullish. So just like I just said to you and how we use our system, you don't short going into a box below, and you don't long going into a box above. Those are the reversal box areas you should be looking for. And you can see how when the biggest volatility events spike, that's where you need to have something that's predictive that can show you where the reaction should occur. And you can see how clean that is. And then, like I was saying before, for you ES, SPY, SPX folks, this huge short that just happened right here at the very bottom, you can see the boxes doing their job to the tick on one of the biggest markets in the entire world. Right at the very bottom, where retail traders would like to start shorting their SPX and SPY, or ES if you're a futures trader, NAS 100, whichever one you're rolling on. that's not where you look to short. This is an area where you look for ideas to build price back upwards. Helps remove like the emotions in trading and getting yourselves out of the way. You can use 30-minute, right now these are 15-minute candles. When we're live with our members, because we do this every day with them, we flip between 5-minute and 15-minute mainly. We teach everything on a 30-minute, and some assets with a little bit less volatility will sit on 30-minute time frames, but generally we sit on right around that 15-minute sweet spot. But you can use whichever time frame you want. We have several members who develop their own entry models using ICT concepts, because they use those concepts where the boxes are, and that's where they expect their idea to work out. So then they'll jump to like a 1-minute time frame using their change of character and break of structure when that happens. But just an example, you see like right here, for all of you that use those terms and stuff like that, this break of structure where it breaks down. But we're at a news event, and so where that line is occurring, that break of structure, it's happening exactly where, or above where our box is. So when this comes down, that break of structure, it came right back up instantaneously, because you want to see something like this occur where our boxes are at, versus in the middle of two boxes, you'll see that price will go further from where that is, and that's where it's hanging right now. Throughout this stream, you'll see me talk a lot about candle closes, not just the wicks, and that's where we talk about, like here on the system, this perfect short that occurred earlier. The close is right there, and there's your close down. And it looks like it's equal highs at the top. I don't know. Did not put in a new high on the ES folks. If there's any specific assets you guys are wanting me to check out, just let me know, and I can switch over to them, as long as it's a asset that we use with True Algo. But absolutely fantastic. The NQ's offering one of the best opportunities for a continuation of a short. This line right here that I was talking to you guys about, that scalp target you saw get hit live with that 85% chance to be cleared today during this session. That's going to be the important close, that if we close a candle in about 7 minutes below right here in the middle of your screen, if we close below that, then we'll be looking to get continuation to the next box lower, is one of the strategies that we teach. And then this same line that you're watching is right here on the ES, and it's right here on US 30. So you can start to really build confluence on each other. You can see all three of them are hitting that scalp target. This is one of those things, like if you watch back, and you'll see it happen within the first 2 minutes of that CPI release. We released up at the top of our box where we expect price to reverse bearish until you get a bullish close above the box. This is an area where you see price should sell. And you saw that happen, but before that played out, we had bearish scalp targets, and they're right here where these arrows are. So I would challenge you to go see it, and if you need a real quick reminder, you can rewind the stream back or just watch it. I mean, it'll only take a second. And this is these setups that we talk about using our indicator as it's about to load up. And I'll put on DXY in just a second. I know you guys are asking. So here, if you look down at the bottom, we're getting ready to have the news release here shortly. And then where is, oh, I'm covering the play button. I was wondering where it was. Cool. So, and then, sorry, instantaneously it happens as you can see smack straight into the swing box, reverses bearish, and then where this arrow is that little blue daily scalp target. DXY, you can see when there's massive volatility, we're still bullish on DXY as long as it's above this box. If you're bullish on DXY, then things like the euro, the pound, the Aussie will be bearish. If it makes it a little bit easier to see, it would be something like so. When you're below this box with the close, it would look like that. And you can see how price is up here. So instead, right now, the idea is looking for something like so, where it can then push back up to this box right there. this box right here in the middle for DXY on the left side of your screen. If it's above it, it's bullish to push up to this box. If it's below it, it's bearish to push to the box below. And at the same exact time where DXY is starting to push up bullish, we can see that Euro is still continuing to reject from the box up top. It's still holding our little box here. So once the Euro closes below this box where you can see my circle moving on the right side of the screen, we'll see continuation for the Euro to go down. If there's any other Forex pairs you guys are looking at, let me know and I'll pop those up for you. Oil starting to get a little bit of a rejection now here for those of you that trade that. You can see our Heinz indicator is starting to show you where the algorithm is setting its idea for Heinz. And our Heinz indicator is completely free. We give that to everybody. You can see the January CPI high is already being put in. But the thing is, that's something that's going to keep being created for the next 25 minutes that people use. But it's still delayed compared to our predictive boxes that were printed this morning and on Sunday. So while everyone is waiting for the news to be printing, as we did live on the stream, you guys just saw it. CPI released into a reversal box to flip bearish. So it's really cool to see it happen live. We always talk to you guys that usually most of the things we hear from people, or it's usually people on social media. I know there's trolls, but there's also people that have been hurt. We get it. Markets are not there to be nice to people, and we really truly are here to help. You can ask our community anytime. You can join over on the Discord side and talk to our current members. But the whole point is just showing people how to be predictive. We don't like to have any type of lagging indicator. And the reason why it's predictive, it doesn't move. So it's not, the boxes aren't going to keep going up or down on every candle that's going to print. They are there so we know where to expect the reactions for the entire day. And when you have that, you can make a plan. You can even leave the charts and come back later whenever you're available to be on for your session, versus the box is always moving or your indicator always moving. You can't make a plan because it's consistently changing on you. The blue line, as Victor's telling you, Vic, these are our daily scalp targets. Let me just go back just a little tiny bit and let it load, and you'll see. I'll make the screen bigger too, just to show you how this worked. And when you join our platform, see right here, we have these in our tutorials. And guys, again, just go back and watch the very beginning of this stream, and you can do it right now. You can literally pause, go back, and you'll see me talk about looking to get this scalp target. You can see up here in the top right of your screen, it says that there's an 87, we'll just say 87% chance. It's chance that it's going to be cleared. That's what I told you. And then in a couple of candles, when we start going, we expect price. You guys have seen our socials to create something like this, or to create something like this, where it would push up. And the reason why I'm pushing down to right here is because that would allow a clearance of that scalp target. And then this scalp target, again, we talk about predictiveness. It's printed before price ever gets there to let our members make a plan. So that's why when I started the stream today before CPI released, I said that there's an 87% chance that we're going to come and hit this target during this session. And then as price gets ready to go, you're going to see it happen quite rapidly. Let me try to put it on a 5 minute so we have, just so you can see the candles get down there. Just give me 1 second to let it load. And then I'll pop, Sam, I'll get over to the pound for you in just a second. Actually, I'll just move it over while that's loading. Just give me 1 second. Now I'm loading too much on my screen. So Sam, the pound did the same exact, man, that looks amazing. Just showing you guys like, using our indicator, you can see there's two boxes stacked on top of each other, and Sam, like what you're watching too. We have our day box down here, and then our swing box up here. And you can see that the pound, here's the CPI release. and just one of those amazing opportunities where when CPI releases, you already have bearish confirmation closes that are hitting our bearish reversal boxes. We know they're bearish because it was above price to push down, and then we teach from box to box, and you can see literally to the tick that high volatility kicks in and it comes straight to the box, and then the bots from the algorithm buy instantaneously. So again, different asset. As soon as it strikes, you don't short into a box below and you don't long into a box above. So it's where you look for the reactions to occur. Okay, cool. Really quick, just watch now that this is loaded up for you. And again, you can rewind the stream back to the beginning to see this occur. But see the scalp target down here? We said that there's an 87% chance right here in our dashboard for True Algo that says that's going to get hit. You'll see in the couple candles this CPI is about to release, and when it comes up to this box, this is what you see from our socials about that bearish reversal. So once it hits this box, that's a really good opportunity during the session in the news event to clear that scalp target. And then as the news event gets ready to pop, you'll see it. Again, note right here where this is. Almost there. And then you can see the smack into, and then now the hit. So DXY, folks, I'm just looking at chat, seeing what you guys are asking for. You guys can see right here, we had that nice retest for DXY, and then that idea right here for that position, and now DXY is up here at the top, and then we're sitting here watching the the euro rejecting as well. For you futures folks, we are holding so far bullish on our daily scalp target line. See the circle? I'll put a circle here too. And then US 30, you actually closed a little bit underneath it. You're right at the very bottom of the box. So just leading into the next couple of candles, when we close, you guys see this on the right side of your screen. I'll make this bigger real quick. This is for like the US 30 folks. Sorry as I zoom out a little tiny bit. Once we close below this box, we can then look for a continuation to run its course down to there. Versus shorting the very bottom of the box, that's not something you want to do. See how this candle wicked, and then we talk about at True Algo the closes. Once these candles close below this box where this arrow is right here, then that would be where the continuation for shorts from the algorithm to be looking at. But right now, this is where you expect the bots to buy and hold this box until we lose it. Again, being able to try to predict the reaction, what's going to happen ahead of time. So that's something that we'll be watching. And then ES, folks, you have a bearish confirmation ES SPY, SPS, folks, right where that scalp target is. You can put like a little bit lower as we're going to wait a little bit longer for New York to pop in, but just where price currently is, these would be like the ideas that we would want to look at from a predictive nature. Maybe get up to fill this fair value gap up to the next box higher. So something like that. You see how we're not at the entrance area yet? The entrance would be when we close in the green or close here in this green, because this is where price should collect in our swing box to then have a swing reversal up. So we'll leave those ideas on the screen for now. You guys can see the DXY idea fully played out now. And as that happens, you can see that Euro continues to push down. Actually hide the... Just want to get this out of the way real quick so that you can see this is the euro. And then for you euro folks, same thing with like DXY when we said earlier, but just a reminder, you can quickly flip between assets using our system that once the euro closes below the box where it's hitting right now, you can see it's almost below the box. But once it closes below, then we can look for continuation bearish down to the next box. So that whole box to box mentality right here is usually where retail traders are going to start selling the euro like crazy right here because they missed the initial move. So retail traders will revenge trade and now start shorting. And this is exactly the box that finds support for the algorithm to start buying to take advantage of the retail trader. When for us, once we get a close below the box, that's when the idea for continuation of shorts, because you already had the opportunity predicted up there. And so now retail traders will get wrecked trying to short the actual low. Then they'll get taken out of their position and then it'll close below here. Then we'll actually get the continuation down. For all of our current members, just a reminder, as we teach every day on our live streams, we do this during the New York sessions, how glorious this tap was. As our members know, what's the rule up here, folks? For the current True Algo members, our red line above and our green line below. Let me know what the rule is in chat, and then I'll come back to it. US 30 folks, you're still holding the box perfectly over here on the right side of your screen. I know I flip around assets a whole bunch, guys, which is different than maybe some other places you've been where they focus on one single asset pair. But with our True Algo indicator, it's very easy to pop between assets and make plans. But we also have members that are trading crypto. We have members that are trading commodities, futures, and Forex. And it's my job as a coach and mentor to help move between the assets in a live situation to give them opportunities of how to predict what markets are going to do next. So it's something you got to get used to, that I will be moving between asset classes. And as you guys can see, Vic and a couple of our members that are talking about 80%, just again, from a predictive nature, our members know that there's an 80% chance that we will not close above this line. And as when CPI pushed that gigantic gold candle up here, what do retail traders do? They long the absolute top, when from an 80% of the time we can't close above. So as soon as price, if you're a scalper, hits this line and then starts coming down, there's your idea to then take this massive move downwards. You just don't chase the move upwards, because that's where you get trapped. You guys see how the bearish continuation now is happening on the indexes? Right here where the arrow is here. This is for you ES, SPY, SPX folks. And then same thing right here on NQ. And then now right side, the US 30 is trying, but it's very close to where that entrance target idea would be. Just wanted to show you guys really quick for the crypto folks. I know crypto's been popping off lately, but just showing you guys how good crypto is with the True Algo indicator. Usually crypto people tend to only operate under, you're always going to put in an all-time high or an all-time low, but just showing you, watch the circles. You see right here, and then there's your bullish candle close, and we teach you guys to go from box to box. So as soon as price has that bullish close, set your stop, and then straight up for box to box, or it finishes the entire idea from a day. And now 76 points on Ethereum with no stop hunt. And then just want to point out, there's your first bearish close at a box above. That's where retail traders are going to look to long. And this is an area where the bots are going to take profit or open shorts. And you can see how that already plays out, and it goes straight to box, and now the bots are taking profit. So it allows you to not make emotional moves where the retail trader is going to tend to do that. Our algorithm predicts where the bots are going to react, and that's what we want to do. We want to be able to predict where the reactions are going to occur, not sit here on a 30-second or 1 minute candle and then have a lot of our emotions get in the way. There's a reason why most people can't replicate when you see people trading on 1 minute time frames, because the emotions get in the way. And then the only time we would look for Ethereum to push up higher is when you get a close above the box. And right now, once it closes below this box, then we can look to go lower. You get back over to index futures. You can see that ES short idea still playing out at the moment. The euro, if you guys are still hearing me, now we're getting that continuation down. And DXY, you guys see the drawing right here on DXY, has now fully played out. We even got that consolidation here in the middle of the candle. And now, just again using the True Algo system, if we close above this box, we can then look for DXY to start trending bullish. You'll see down here. See that little green that just flipped? So if we close above this box that's above price, DXY is going to get quite the bullish move up, which means euro is going to tumble down further and further for those Forex folks. So just an amazing opportunity from a predictive standpoint. And then where people will continue to short the DXY right now, there's absolutely no reason to, until you get what? For all of our current members, what do you have to have happen to DXY right where this box is in order to have a short opportunity start to present itself? Thanks for Din for what you were saying. You guys can see futures is still playing out. There you go. See? Again, from a predictive standpoint, you see the arrow. I'm going to erase this arrow, but you can see the one that's still pointing there. And then this is the idea. Using our scalp target that already had an 87% chance to get cleared, it gets cleared. And then now we are closed a candle below it, which means we're bearish to the box below. And now you're seeing live that candle play out. And that's just what we'll keep watching. It's a predictive nature. It's something that we want to predict. And all the current members, I appreciate you guys answering the questions in chat. That's our goal here, is to educate and allow members to start predicting the moves as well. And so we teach here. That's the whole point. We are not a signal service like other places. I know I can go on here and show you the ideas and we can watch them play out live like we've done since the stream started. But the whole point is to teach. It's the whole teach someone how to fish. You guys can use whatever concepts you use with your own indicators or studies, whether you're using smart money concepts or if you use fibs or whatever it is. The whole point is those things will all work out better when they're happening, when they're hitting one of our boxes. That's where you want your fibs. That's where you want your RSI to overheat. That's where you want your MACD to cross over or something like that. All those things lag. So, or they use your opinion, your subjectiveness versus, because these boxes print before price ever gets there, not one candle for the entire day, then you can predict it. And now you're seeing that happen. And there's a continued bearish close below. Crypto Nate, I can see your question. I know you're being funny. He's one of our members as well, saying, what is my take on the ETF news for crypto? I just think all of it is a big old scam when it comes to news with crypto stuff. So for me, I know using our indicator that regardless of what the ETF news is, when you get here, this is where you expect price to reverse bearish. So I don't care what the news is, because we could get the ETF could have just released and everyone would say it's positive, yet price goes down because it's below the box. If price is above this box and the ETF releases, then I would expect the ETF would cause price to go up. It's my way of removing any type of subjectivity from my brain and the emotions of trading. The psychology of trading, I think, is one of the hardest things that we face in markets. We all tend to do really well, then we all of a sudden start losing everything we've ever owned. And this helps me not focus on any type of news on social media, and I just can focus on the boxes. It's a much better effective strategy. The only thing I want to note real quick for you ES SPY SPX folks, right here, I'm going to zoom in just for a second, just so you can see when you really, really are in tune with the chart. You see this yellow line that's running across? See my arrow that's following it? That's the 2 level inside of our box, and it's not random. It's put in a specific spot by the algorithm. So for us right here, this is the last ditch effort from a scalper's mentality that this line should hold. If not, then we continue to the bottom and then reject. So just again, showing that predictive ability. We've already had the short idea play out great. And so far, almost a 4-to-1. We're trying to get down to the bottom of the box, which we probably will once New York pops open here in a half hour. But yeah, so far, just showing you. We try to show our members when they're using the positioning tool that when you go horizontally down, you can look for areas where price is going to look to stop using our indicator. And that's the inside of our companion indicator right now. US 30 folks, we're still getting continuation bearish from the close below the box to now continue lower. And by the way, just so you guys can see it live happening, here's DXY. You just got the bullish close above. Sorry for like all the circles in the drawings. Hope it makes sense. Now you can see this, and then look, instantaneously the bots start to buy. And then as that happens, you look at the arrow here. I didn't draw this arrow again. This is what was here earlier. You see the bearish close below the box, and now the algorithm is shorting down to the next box below. Gold, folks, you have a bearish candle close from this box above. So now looking for gold to slowly get its way down to the box lower. And then oil, folks, you are holding our box. So this is an area where you see all the candles that are closing inside of it and barely outside of it. So this is one of those times, and current members, this is the stuff that we're trying to teach you, is instead of trying to aggressively act, let me make this bigger. Instead of trying to aggressively react, whoops, sorry, my screen's moving, react on this box right there. Because we can see that London session is really starting to mess around inside this box. We're going to do exactly what I did earlier on index futures, where just the idea for going long to remove the emotions out of the position would be like this. And then we'll just use the open as a take profit idea up to there. So when we close above this box, this would be where oil will want to push up quite strong from the algorithm. And then on the flip side of that, the short idea would be putting this entrance below the box to then get to the next box lower for another 4-to-1. So like these are like the key areas we want to see gold get to, these circles. I'll erase the extra stuff. And that can immediately remove your emotion out of the position of trying to make this box do anything right now. It causes a little bit of patience, which I think all of us need more of when you're getting into the trading game, because you always feel like you need to be in something. And then when you're in something all the time, that's when you tend to get wrecked most of the time. Right now, watching the ES continue to play off of that take profit line right there that we just showed you guys as we come back up to retest. Going back over to chat just to see what you guys are saying, if I can help you. Some of the crypto hit rates are slightly higher than they should be. They're still quite high, but the 96% hit rate you see on Filecoin is a little bit high because TradingView has a couple of glitches here and there. It's not us, it's just a trading view glitch. The Euro's almost completed the idea as DXY continues to go up and hit the next box above us right here. So for all the people who are on the Forex markets where retail traders are going to keep thinking that DXY is going to stop, it's got to stop being bullish. This is a great time to short. We can't look to short until it gets below. You guys, if you go back and watch a stream where you just listen to what we were saying, you see my arrow down here, all the way down here, guys. See the green arrow up in the dashboard? That's what I was talking to you, that when we close above this box, we're going to start having a bullish move on DXY continuation. And you can see that arrow and then the price action that has been produced from it. So it just helps us to easily go between each asset and be less stressed from a predictive standpoint. So we'll keep looking for the DXY to push up. And you'll see the pound is doing the same thing as the euro because we use DXY for confluence building. Watch the pound. Look how sweet the opportunity was on the pound. Like, how would you know to short right here before the indicator loads? And now, bam. You see how clear that becomes? Just watch again, guys. Like, you turn off our predictive boxes. You see these circles? How do you know to short right here? As an idea. And as soon as you pop up the box, it's like, oh man. Now I know from a emotional standpoint, this is where I'd get that out of my way. The psychology's out of the way because this is where price should reverse bearish. And where would it be bullish? When it closes above the box. So it gets that mentality out of the way, and you can see what an amazing short opportunity that was created on the pound from a predictive standpoint because of all the bearish closes in the box. You're also getting that market structure shift as the candles are closing lower and lower, and the wicks are closing lower and lower as well. I'm going to erase this position now from the initial short. That worked out great. So it's really cool to see it happening. Same thing on US 30. That way you can still see the candles moving. So with US 30, folks, watch this candle specifically. In about the next 6.5 minutes, we'll get a 15-minute close, that's a very ugly arrow. This right here is super crucial. If DXY closes inside of this box, that's a bullish continuation to look to push up higher. So we'll be looking for that. So like the idea would be something like so, kind of like we drew earlier. You look for a close, not right here where the line is. That's where retail traders can get trapped. We want to have a close more confidently inside the box, and then you can just start scrolling to the left to look for take profit areas. Like, okay, there's the weekly open. Okay, here's the top of the box. It's a 6.5 to 1. That'd be fantastic. So, but you see, like from a live perspective, how you can instantly see, just to show you guys, look where the arrow is, my poorly drawn arrow, how this candle was just wicked below the box, because this is where the bots are going to start fighting retail traders, because this box is above price. So that's bearish. That's where price is going to look to start to take profit. So this is where retail traders are going to tend to long like crazy. And then you can see how the wick is formed again, that the bots can keep pushing them out of their position. Once you get acceptance into the box, like this position is showing right here, this entrance area, then that can have the continuation upwards, versus we don't want to play right where that position is right there, because you'll get trapped. Wait for the close to be slightly higher and accepted into the box to go higher. I'll look at some stocks here in just a second, the 4 big ones that we watch. Let me get over to those. All right. Yeah, I mean, oh, that's so glorious. Just want to show you real quick. Here is NVIDIA, which is one of the bigger ones in the markets. Look at this right now. That's so crazy. So if you're a futures trader, you get stocks included. We give you some of them that we think really help move markets. Look at the close to the tick on NVIDIA. So right here at the very bottom for you index futures folks, you can use this as a confluence builder. And then right here, it's literally holding to the tick for a bullish move up out of the box. When it closes below, look just again how close the candle is. When it closes below the box, that's where then you can have your bearish continuation down. So you can use these stocks, the bigger ones, a part of the market, to really help guide you. And then you pop open Apple, which is the biggest stock of the market there is, right here. You see how we have this. This is our swing system. When we say swing, it doesn't mean you have to hold it for a week or days on end. It just means that this is, from a weekly perspective, this is the one that's really hard to break, bearish. So price tends to push up bullish when it gets tapped. So at this very bottom area, when you have the futures markets hitting support inside of our box, which is right here. Sorry as I'm bouncing around, just trying to teach you guys. You can use those big stock tickers to help. So where Apple's hitting a major True Algo bullish reversal area before trending bearish. So right now it's hitting the bullish reversal area. We're seeing that bullish move happen, which helps the indexes have an idea like, well, is the index hitting something where it can push up bullish? And we can see where these arrows are right here. It is. And now we're getting that continuation. We have a close in 2.5 minutes. And if we were to close right now, the US 30 is starting, it would be activating this idea to go higher from the bots. I always will say bots because the biggest entities out there are trading using bots to activate their systems. And that's the things we want to follow, their AI, their algorithm, versus we're not talking about retail traders. Retail traders can't move markets, okay? Unless you have over 9 and 10 figures in your account, you're not moving markets at all. Your position has nothing to do with what the algorithm is doing. They will have fun taking profits from your ideas though. You guys seen right here on the pound how this is playing out live. You don't short into a True Algo box below, and you don't look to long a True Algo box above. And now you can see right here how the pound is starting to scoop that bullish idea up. You guys have seen it from our socials, but just showing you bearish reversal straight down, and then this is what can happen. Where do we expect continuation for bearish on the pound is when it closes below the box. So Sam or whoever was asking from our current members, if you're asking, now you have an opportunity for a price to continue to scoop up from a scalper's mentality from that box. I use 30-minute and 15-minute depending on some assets. So like I'll move the pound over to a 15-minute. You'll still see right here. The index futures, I tend to use a slightly smaller candle because there's way more volatility. But something that's like on gold or oil, we can use 30-minute candles because the volatility is less. So right here is oil. And then here's the entrance idea now on oil, everybody. You see how the box is being flipped? See the wicks? So just a little bit of patience in markets, and now you're watching this idea play out perfectly. And then gold, folks, that idea finished. Look, guys, I wasn't on gold when it happened, but the idea was drawn. There's the tap, and then now the bots bought immediately up after the idea was completed. We're about to have a close here in less than a minute. When we're, guys, and I'm just reading you guys in chat, when we're in a news event that's this aggressive, if you guys look at the previous CPI news event, you would see how aggressive the move was. This is one of those times that, like, if you're going to participate in markets and move with them, the aggression level can help get ahead of what's going on. So if you're going to wait for those 30-minute candles, then you'll miss some of these moves, and that's where you can just move on. As we're looking at them live, including our current members who are talking with me in chat, I'm using the candle ideas that I'm showing you, and as candles are moving live and the aggression is in there, then I'm going to move and talk about how they're going. For instance, the US 30 idea now that's above, I'm still sitting on 15-minute candles for the index futures, folks. Gold and Oil tends to be the 30-minute time frame as we continue to look now for this bullish close above for US 30 to push higher. And then ES, folks, we're now almost back to the top of the box. DXY, we now have that a 15-minute bullish close on the pound as it's holding. As we've started the reversal from the box. And now DXY is back to getting below the box, allowing continuation now for the pound to push up. You'll see the euro will look very similar, pushing up right now. After that first idea played out. Get rid of all the extra arrows as we flip between assets. Gold is continuing its bullish move now up. And then oil. I'll show you guys too, like watch, you'll see that the box won't move. Here's oil on a 30, but now here's oil on a 15. Just waiting for the indicators to load. And you'll see in just a second. We have that bullish close now above the box. If you're someone who wants to use a 15-minute time frame. This would be it on a 30-minute time frame. That candle hasn't closed yet. We are above, though. Just take a note, guys, for any of you using our free indicator. Oil's candle hasn't closed yet, but it is currently above the CPI Hines indicator, which means leading bullish until it's below the Hines indicator. You can see the CPI little blue leveling right here, and that's something that we'll be looking at and watching. US 30 is continuing that bullish move up, and now it's at open. We also had a bullish close above all the scalp targets on this, lots of volatility. We use candle closes. I can see the question. So we use, if the wick touches the box, where the candle close is what's important. But if the box gets hit by a wick, like how we saw above here, then that's still showing you that the box is reversing price as planned. It's just you as an individual, depending on what time frame you want to use, this wick has closed bearish, and it still went down further, by the way, once it closed. But if you're on a 15-minute, you can see how aggressive that move happened. The whole point is when price smacks into that box, that's where you expect price to break up quite strong or reverse. And if you go to a smaller time frame, you're able to snipe into it. But even on the larger time frame, it still played the way we wanted. So we tend to use candle closes for all of the ideas for training our members at True Algo. I do this live to try to help people move with live volatility in predictions, which is much harder. And we know that, so that's why we do the live streams. But the wick still smacking into something is still an idea that happens. It's just candle close confirmations are better because bots tend to act on candle closes. You'll see that the Nvidia and Apple is continuing to be bullish now from the system, even though New York hasn't even opened yet. So New York opens in 10 minutes. So looking for a continuation bullish. When the stocks start losing this box right here, then the indexes will also flip pretty bearish as well. We're now at the top of the box on ES, folks, where the bots are going to look to take profit. Once they close above the box, we can look for continuation upwards. Sorry, I'm trying to get this out of the way so you can see it. I am about to head out, folks, so Sam, I will be on a little bit after the New York Open tomorrow. But I will be on. We do have the PPI news event, so just asking the current members if you guys would rather me be available for the news event, I could look to do that too. Kind of like what we did with the PPI release right now. but I'll go on a little bit earlier for you guys so you can make plans. Just let me know in our Discord if you guys want me to come on for the news event. I'll take requests. You guys see right here how the ES is taking profit because it's right at the top of our box where I'm trying to draw these arrows. Again, waiting for a candle close, whatever time frame you're on, but either way, not longing the very top of this box. That's where you expected to struggle. And at the same time, the US 30 folks, after this idea is played out right here on the right side of your screen, it hit into the open. The goal is to get to the top of the box, but we hit into the open price, and that's another idea where price is going to look to struggle a little bit as we're trying to navigate candles live together. DXY, you guys see the arrow here, still holding this box. When DXY closes below that box, it'll continue, look for continuation downwards, and then we can look for continuation upwards. But at this point now, this is not an area where I would be looking to aggressively long Forex pairs because DXY is holding the box. We need DXY to close below the box now. If you're not in anything, this is where you would wait for that to happen because DXY is going to look to hold and push up again until it loses this box. Oil still doing its thing. Gold is literally, if you go to a very small candle, watch gold, you'll see it bouncing in between these two GP boxes we have from our system. Just check this out. Let me get this circle out of the way. It's pretty cool. Check it out. And now it's about to complete a it's already completed a 360, so this would be a true algo 540 if New York opens and pops gold down here. You see the reversal from this smaller box down to here, back up, and now again closing back down below. And just a reminder for the current members from like a scalper's mentality, it wicks into this box, but that's not accepted into the box to continue from a scalper's mentality. You want it to close in the box to then continue to hold the box higher. Right now, it smacks into the box, closes below, which is a bearish idea overall until it closes higher. Oil is continuing its move upwards, by the way, as well. US 30 just put in a new high on that candle from the entrance idea. Now it's above open, which means the stocks are helping push it up. Yep, back to being up there. For Apple, they all look at all of them. Here's Apple. You're getting a bullish move push up on Microsoft and that bullish continuation on Nvidia that we said earlier right here, holding to the tick. Bullish close now from the box, and now Nvidia is pushing up too. So yeah. What is the macro? The way you get the Heinz indicator is if you just go to our website, there's an opt-in, and then you'll get an email that you have to confirm that you're opting in to the newsletter, and then the team will activate it. As you guys see on the right side of your screen, US 30 folks, it's continuing up to the other side of the box. And then ES, you are now at the entrance idea area. There's a close in less than 1 minute. And the only thing just being aware of is the actual New York Stock Exchange opens in less than 5.5 minutes. Something I want to show for as people tend to get into the crypto market. I'm going to turn on our swing mode. Kind of helps clear the air. And then this box finally gets taken over on Ethereum. And then you can see the play out afterwards. Straight up for over 255 points now on Ethereum. And if you guys look down here to the right side of the screen, just to help the members, and something that we've created is it lets us know when things are trending using our system as it's predictive. And I'll turn it to mobile just because I tend to like the mobile version. It's smaller on my screen, but more importantly, you'll see the arrow that will help right there. Arrow green up. I know it's smaller on your screen, but that's what the dashboard is there to help current members from where those closes happen above the box. And then if you're someone who's still trying to be more on a day trade idea with aggression, you can then click the system and go back to full mode. It'll show the daily reversal boxes where we already talked about earlier, where Ethereum is playing out. You'll see the boxes will load right here on the top for a potential short opportunity, like so. So even though we have an amazing trending bullish idea up, Ethereum is now rejecting from our day box, and then we have a scalp target down here that we can look for Ethereum to get to. This is as high as we want to, and for all of our current members on Ethereum, this is as high up, and you guys can apply this to any of our assets. This is as high up as you want it to go on a day to then reverse bearish to come down and clear this target. We teach you not to blindly trade to a target. Instead, look to get to a box and then potential create a short idea to get down to it, because that'll offer you the best risk to reward to get down there. Bitcoin was absolutely amazing today too. You miss all of those moves, you get into our box, and then you get a bullish candle confirmation close, also a gorgeous back test. And you see how, like, once it gets to this box, guys, you see how there's no bearish candle close and it slices through. And now, again, just from a coaching perspective, look at every single wick. Now wicking it from underneath, and then look at the power you're seeing now on Bitcoin to push up. And now it's above, and down here we can see it's trending on both levels, both on a day and a weekly basis using the True Algo system. What does that mean? Look for prices to continue to go up higher and higher for the Bitcoin folks. By the way, US 30's move has been completely finished now. When I say finished, I just mean this is the box that was drawn. It was a 6-to-1. And now that idea is complete. Going fantastic. And then about to have that New York pop here in just a second. Stocks are doing a really good job of holding those bullish ideas as well. DXY move was completed as well. See the gets below the box. Listen, we're in a news event, folks. There's going to be way more volatility than people are used to. So candles are going to move aggressively. So for me, I want to see the multiple assets moving at the same time and moving in the same parts of our system. Beautiful moves right now on the indices. NQ is still moving a little bit slower compared to US 30 and compared to the ES right now. New York's just about to pop open, and then I'll be getting off here shortly. Already have had a lot of good opportunities from just the CPI release alone. But as New York opens with its volatility, just to our current members, when the ES closes back below this box, then we can look for most indexes to start flipping bearish. US 30, we need it to get above this box to then have some bullish continuation during the New York open here in just a second, as it's just about to pop. And there's the pop. Watch it to hold right here at the bottom of this box to then push up, keep a close above that box in the next 5 minutes, and then can look for a continuation up if it doesn't just go up automatically from right here as it's going. Just showing you how that initial US 30 acceptance into the box has played out quite well. I think for over 100 points now on US 30. There's the close. 132 points on US 30. ES with that bullish continuation close in the system. Looking amazing. Watch the stocks. Hold on, just to show really quick. See the bullish move now on Apple. Tesla's is getting destroyed. Someone is selling Tesla like crazy. And look, man, this is what's so good about the system. Look at Tesla. Look how it's rejecting from our day box, even though the other stocks are going absolutely bullish nuts. Look at Tesla. So right at the open, Tesla sells off hardcore because it's hitting our bearish reversal box. I say bearish because remember we told you don't long a box above. See how the candles are wicking into the box? And look at this below. And now look at the reaction at Tesla. So right at open, you can see how price drops 3 points. Microsoft, Nvidia still absolutely going bullish, which is causing that initial bullish move to happen. And we also just tapped, sorry as I'm talking quicker because now we have more volatility kicking in. We've now tapped the January CPI high on the US 30, folks. So that's what I was saying before, looking to get some type of close, whether it's a 5-minute, 15-minute, 30-minute for your engagement in markets. Once you close above that, then we can look for continuation higher. But yeah, man, that Tesla idea, absolutely fantastic. Oil, by the way, closed above the bullish target area. And also for the commodity folks, oil is now trending bullish on a day with the True Algo indicator. So something to watch. Once oil closes back below this box, then this is the idea that would be looking for. But right now we are confirmed closed bullish above. And gold is still smacking in between our GP box and the swing box area. The pound has continued its bullish move upwards, guys. Remember, we talked about. And now moving its way up. And DXY, just a note, look here, to show you guys, because I know you're like, well, what about the confirmation close on what time frame? Look, there's the candle close. New York opens, and then it's still closing, or sorry, opening, whatever you want, close or open candle, however you want to call it. This is the candle close, is bearish from the box. And then the very next candle, there's a high amount of volatility right now because of the news event, but it still completes the idea on the very next candle because it closed bearish from the box. And now so much volatility right now in markets. And this is what I was telling you guys for your US 30 folks. We already had that initial long idea from right here to push up. And just, again, watching from live candles moving, man, like, there's nothing wrong with just sitting on the sidelines and watching things move a little bit and letting things settle for 15 minutes or 30 minutes or an hour. But just showing you now on US 30, it taps the CPI high. But I also told you, like with the boxes, it has to close above the box, whether you're going to use a 5-minute, a 15-minute. New York's been open for 3 minutes, so there's no time frame close yet. Above the box in order to be bullish. So you don't look for reasons to long the very top of a box. If so, then like retail traders getting trapped. And for all of the US 30 folks, for our current members, guys, you are double stacked boxes right next to each other. So the only real ideas to help get out of your own way would be, like I showed earlier, is you want to look for a close above the box to get to the next box higher, or looking for a close below the boxes to get much lower. And until that happens, this is an area where the market makers are going to consolidate to try to take people out and take their commissions. So that first two ideas are the short right here that came down, and then that long idea that pushed up. Now you're in a phase in New York that you don't long the top of the boxes. We just got a back test to the tick on the ES SPY SPX, folks. So for like, if you look right here, like another entrance idea, as I move it on the left side of the screen. NQ, folks, still holding bullish too as you're coming up to test the box. And the biggest thing I would tell you too for our US 30 folks, especially our current members, if you're not used to this excessive volatility, is we are still tapping the box for bullish support. NQ is looking amazing with its bullish push up, which means the stocks are really going for it now. Look at Microsoft, absolutely bullish move out of the swing box. Nvidia continuing its bullish move upwards, but look at Microsoft right now. Again, just showing you from the swing system on Microsoft. Microsoft is also in a bullish trend, both on a day and a week, and you can see the arrows going up, and now you see that, and the indexes are following suit. Bitcoin, you are still holding. I'm just flipping through assets quickly to help our members. Bitcoin, folks, you do have a bullish candle close above the day box. You're trending on both sides. So only right now looking for prices to go up more than to go down. You need a close to go below the box to have any type of idea to going short at the moment. Look at that aggressiveness on, this is what I talk about, guys, again, live. Live situations are so much different than people talk about, like hindsight and stuff like that and coming back. Like, we're in the most volatile market in the world. I'm trying to help my best show you guys live candles moving. Look at the ES right now. And by the way, US 30, folks, see how it's sluggish because it's inside these boxes? But look at the NQ and look at the ES. I just told you like a minute ago, about it retesting the bottom of this to the tick and holding it. And then I moved the position to like, oh, this could be a really good entrance idea as well. If you're someone who wants to move with extreme volatility, because this is where you want that price to push up hard, you can still wait for candle closes, but we're on a news event. You're at the New York Open. This is one of those times, like, if you don't want to roll with the extreme amount of volatility with these predictive areas to be struck, then just come back in like 30 minutes or 90. But if not, these are opportunities on smaller time frames where you can really look to be aggressive, but always managing risk is the biggest thing you want to do when you're demo and practice trading these things. Don't trade unrealistic amounts when you're practicing. Sit here and practice with very, very small contracts because you're trying to catch very big moves. But that's the best way to practice this stuff from a demo and paper trading perspective. Right now, gold trying to break above the box. Oil right now coming back to retest this box to have that continued bullishness move up. Once it closes below the box, we'll look to push down lower. NQ can be that one. If the NQ can get a close above that CPI high, which would also be a close above the box, then we can continue higher for you index futures folks. Right now you can see the NQ, that's the one in the middle of your screen. Here, I'll make it bigger. You guys see how right now live the NQ is at a take profit area where it's tapping the top of the box because it's coming from below, so the box is bearish for a bearish reversal. Once we close above this box, hence these circles that are above it, then we can look for the NQ to continue up. But right now you're seeing the bots take profit hardcore. The bots aren't like, some people I don't think understand this. Like, this is the bots taking profit. So retail traders longing the absolute top, but the bots are taking profit from their initial ideas upwards because this is the area where the bots on the algorithm want to take profit. So for us, it's better now to look to if we can get a bearish candle close to get a continuation down, or you wait for don't play in the box, get a bullish candle above, close, and then you can look to go higher. So taking the emotion out of it. Just note that, again, we're in the highest volatility of the market during the New York session plus a news event. So these candles are going to move pretty rapidly. Great job, Anna. Notice the US 30 folks here still just sitting between those boxes. That's what's going to happen right now because of those stacks on top of each other. We got to the full area now, by the way, on the pound. You guys, just showing you, watch those two circles, box to box. Sorry for all the circles from earlier, but you can just see how rapidly we can move when things are on. See I'm trying to get rid of all the excessive circles from saying what we talked about earlier on the live stream. But see, box to box. And again, here's your candle close. Here's your candle close from flipping that box down below bullish. And now look at the bots instantly taking profit here on that idea. NQ, folks, we're going to struggle at this box because this is where we expect the bots to take profit on their position ideas. That's why close above, remain bullish. This closes, get a bearish move, then look to go lower. So that's great. All right, folks, I'm going to head off now. I hope that this was helpful on the grand scheme of things during one of the most volatile news events. Those of you guys, including our current members too, if you want to use the CPI idea, you can see where our CPI is. And right now we are inside of the CPI candles, inside of our True Algo system as well. So closing above our box and above the CPI high can then create more bullishness from above. So that's what we'll be watching. All three indices, the indices, are below their CPI, as well as rejecting from one of our True Algo boxes. You can see 3 for 3 right now on the circles, 1, 2, 3. So this is a take profit idea for the bigger players. Sorry, the ES one is right there. So instead of trying to fight this current move that's right here and trying to fight to push up bullish, I would rather just wait for price to close above the box, because if not, this is where price is going to look to go down, because right now New York cannot get up to the CPI high. So that's something to watch. That means bearish. Look at the sell right now on NQ because it's tapping the box. It's up to you with the volatility, because, man, it is up there. New York open. This is where we expect the reaction to occur. And you got to wait for candle closes. In 3 minutes, you'll get a bigger 15-minute close. All right, folks. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop by our Discord. You can feel free to ask questions there. We're here to help you. I'm just dropping the link in there for you so it's easier for you guys to find. But feel free to come join us over on the Discord side to ask questions, and we'll be here to help you. Check out our website as well. But yeah, watching that sell happen. That's why don't long a box above, don't short a box below, as you guys see that happening right now. All right, folks, I'm out again. I say that a lot. I hope you guys have a fantastic day.